Hi guys, another quick one today. A couple of weeks ago I had to make a gate to match an existing gate, and the scrolls in it I discovered were based on this perfect scroll. Um, don't know an awful lot about it, you can Google it and there's miles of it, but it's basically based on this very simple system. Now I'm going to use the 4 system, which means it's 4 units, whatever they happen to be. I'm using inches. I think that's probably what they were based on, was inches. So I'm going to draw a 90-degree angle, 4 inches one way, and then because it's the 4 system, you do 4 lots of 4 the other way, so we're down to 16 the other way. So we're going to 16 along here. And then what you do is just join up the lines to make yourself a triangle. And that's basically the start. Take your dividers, set them at your start height, which in this case is 4 inches, and that's your starting point. Now what you've got to do is find a nice spot on the bench or wherever, whatever you're doing it on, and just scribe that 90 degrees. So just do a 90-degree scribe. Obviously you can't see that very well, so I'm going to pencil it in so you can see what we're up to. Try and follow the line as best I can. This bench isn't the cleanest. Right, so then we take our dividers, go along the bottom 4 inches, which is your start size, scribe a mark, and then from that mark you then take your dividers and go up to the line and mark that off. Then again join it to the start point or the end point of your last 90 degrees and do another 90 degrees. We'll pencil that one in. When I discovered this, I couldn't actually believe how simple it was. Then we do the same again along the bottom with that last measurement. From there up to the top line again. I guess that's called your hypotenuse, is it? Something like that. Long time since I was at school. Draw another 90 degrees. I think you can see where we're going with this. You just carry on marking off, remeasuring, and then rescribing. Just every time join onto the last bit of the line and do another 90 degrees. You'll find that any scrolls that have been made using this system you should be able to reproduce if you've got a scroll former that conforms. Let's keep going. And obviously you can scale it up or down, make it much bigger if you want to. As long as you use the same formula, the 4, you can have it as big as you like. As long as the ratio is the same, you'll end up with the same, I don't know how to describe it, it'll always conform to the same pattern, I suppose. It's getting tricky as it gets smaller to scribe. I think we've got it. I'm going to do one more, I think. It's getting really tricky when it's getting this small to get the dividers to work properly. I suppose what you could do is keep putting centre dots in your bench in different places to make sure you can scribe it. Or you could just do it on a big bit of paper with an ordinary compass. There you go, I think we'll leave it at that. You could keep going. Simple as that. And obviously this is the 4 system, so you've got 4 up one side and then you want 4 of that along the bottom, so you get 16 along the bottom here. If you were to do it a 5, you'd go 5 up this way and 20 along the bottom, because it's 4 5s 20, same as 6, 6 to 4 to 24. You can even go to 3 and 12. I suppose 3, 4, 5 are probably the most popular. 4 is I think the most popular. Now I did actually make a scroll former for the job, and if I find it, here it is, because you can see this is pretty big because the scrolls were pretty big in the gate. Now this should, I made it to exactly the same formula, so in theory, if I get it the right way up, this should match up. If I turn it around enough. Almost there. I think if I go a little bit more, but that's pretty good. And you'll find that if you're making scrolls to match up with existings that have used this formula, you can't go far wrong. That's better. Move it around a bit more. So there you go. All you've got to do is make up a scroll tool to match that pattern, and away you go. Hope it was helpful. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.